Hey everybody, and welcome back to Polk Farms. Today we're going to be walking you through exactly how we process our meat rabbits here on our homestead. We know this topic can be a little heavy, especially if you're new to raising your own meat, but we believe in being transparent, respectful, and as humane as we possibly can every step of the way. If you're someone who's thought about raising meat rabbits or just curious about the process, we're showing it all from setup to packaging. Let's get started. We choose to raise and process our own meat, not because it's the easy way, but because it's the honest way. In a world where most animals never see the sun or feel the grass beneath their feet, ours do. They live super good lives here. Lives with room to run, clean air to breathe, and care every single day. And when their time comes, it's not on a factory line. There's no chaos, no fear, no strangers. It's done quietly, quickly, and with the same respect that they were given in life. We know every animal story because we were a part of it from the start. Some people see this as hard, but we see it as sacred because this is more than just food. It's connection. It's gratitude. It's knowing that every bite on our table came from a place of love and responsibility. And honestly, to us, that is worth everything. Processing day is never just another chore. No matter how many times we've done it, there's always a weight to it. You wake up knowing what that day holds, and you carry that in the back of your mind. It's not dread, it's respect. It is impossible to do this without feeling something, and that is honestly the point. And that feeling is gratitude. Gratitude that they were a part of our farm, that they provided companionship, and that they will now provide nourishment for our family. And most importantly, gratitude that we could give them a life free of overcrowded barns, transport trucks, and fear. Processing day will never be easy, and I never want it to be. That small ache in your heart is a reminder that this isn't just food, it's a life. And when you carry that truth with humility and respect, every single one of your meals becomes sacred.
We're sexing them for the fact we're probably going to keep a couple more of these mamas and use them for our breeding pen.
I got all of them.
He's going to cut me up here. Show you the difference. But if he hadn't dropped yet, see how it comes out? If it had, if something did stick out, his pecker would stick out.
Let's talk about the supplies that we use to process our rabbits. A broomstick or a rod, a sharp skinning knife and a boning knife, clean table or processing station, a bucket for waste, and typically we will use a cooler with ice, but since we're only processing 3 rabbits today, we will place them in cool water in the sink, and Ziploc bags or a vacuum sealer for storage. Cleanliness is everything here. We sanitize our tools beforehand, and we have a dedicated space where we do this away from our rabbit pens. We typically process our rabbits around 10 to 12 weeks when they reach fire weight, which is around 4.5 to 5.5 pounds live. And that gives us around 2.5 to 3 pounds of dressed meat per rabbit. I will add that the older the rabbit is, the harder it is to skin them, so we really try to aim for dispatch around 12 weeks old. There are a couple of widely accepted humane methods for dispatching. We use what's called the broomstick method, an effective and humane way to dispatch a rabbit quickly. Here's how it works. Number 1, place the rabbit on the ground with its belly down and back legs behind it. Number 2, take a strong, smooth broomstick or rod and place it across the back of the rabbit's neck, just behind the ears. And number 3, firmly step on both ends of the stick, pinning it to the ground. Number 4, then pull upward on the back legs in one swift motion. This causes an instant dislocation of the neck and severs the spinal cord. The rabbit loses consciousness immediately. There's no suffering. When done correctly, this is fast and effective. We do not show the exact moment out of respect for the animal, but you can research this further or ask for an experienced person to be able to walk you through this in person if you desire. So now let's talk about how we skin our rabbits.
All right, so what I do is I cut a slit at the top of the back, and then that way I can take both hands and pull his hide down. Some people hang him up by his feet and skin him like a deer, but most of them people are saving pelts, so we're not doing that. Hey, George Parker, go over there, baby.
Hey, you can't touch those.
That hurt you. Leave him alone, Bill.
Huh? You can play with them out here. You're not playing with them inside. Why'd you pick my flowers?
Cut there. It's more ideal to cut down at the joint. That way you don't get bone fragments in there, but I'm not taking the time to strip all that down, so I'll try to break them. This part's gonna get bloody.
Huh?
This part's gonna get bloody. Someone broke my nozzle. And then I just press down in between them two joints and to break that pelvic bone. And that way you can clean all that out a lot better. Knife's too small. Nice.
Big rabbit.
And normally I would put them in an ice chest, but since I'm only doing 3, I'm on back porch, I'm gonna put them in the sink and clean them up better in the sink.
Once gutted and rinsed, we immediately chill the carcass in an ice bath for at least 24 hours. This helps the meat rest and improves texture. Because we only processed 3 rabbits today, we will clean the meat thoroughly in the sink and then place in a Ziploc bag in the refrigerator for 24 to 48 hours.
Normally I'd clean it really, really good just so whenever I take it out the freezer, it's done. I ain't gonna do it before cooking, but today we got a lot going on, so I'm just getting the bulk of it. You just want to make sure you don't have any guts or anything like that left in there. That's the main part. The chicken don't have any holes like that.
From there, we seal them and we freeze, or just cook fresh. Each rabbit gives us enough for 1 to 2 meals depending on how we prepare it.
But I'll just put them in the refrigerator for 2 or 3 days and then they'll go to the freezer. They could go straight in the freezer if you want to. I like to put them in the refrigerator. Get them good and cooled off.
Processing your own meat is never easy, but it is meaningful. You're honoring the animal and you're reconnecting with your food in a way that most people never do. If you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more how-tos. And if you've got any questions, please drop them in the comments. I would love to help you in any way that I possibly can. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.